This video is not sponsored by a stupid comment, but we definitely gonna use that. Yes, finally, schools are bullshit, but not in the way that you think, potentially, so I'll have to break it down a little bit further than that. They haunt my dreams. It is a serious problem. The goddamn schools haunt my dreams. But we're finally doing it. Maybe we can solve the problem. Like, again, at least like 1 out of 4 dreams, fucking some teacher gives us an assignment, and I basically woke up because my teacher did not like the paper that I submitted, which I don't give a fuck. All right. But she comes with all this authority and is like, oh, I'm gonna judge people. I'm gonna judge all these students. I'm gonna bring them back to life, basically. From the dead. It's the only social interaction that I had in life, technically. And, well, it ruined the day again. It's like, dude, give me a lucid dream or die trying, because, like, I'm not gonna sit another fucking dream that gets ruined by school. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how stupid this is? Kind of ruined because it's all about school. And, trying to understand how dreams work is, a little bit awkward, because you have to spot patterns and it's really difficult. But normally the pattern is you had some kind of social interactions that are still deep down inside your brain, and it just keeps resurfacing for some reason. Perhaps because not that you're attached to people, but the people are attached to you. Or people have traumatized you so badly. Or again, it's the only social interaction, is the only way you actually understand society. And your dreams should be going back to society, especially knowing one principle, alright? Society is supposed to give you what you want, as long as you know how to use it. Not only the thing that you're supposed to get, but society in general. You know, you're supposed to know how to ask for things. And, happily enough, you know, I have to admit, you know, the only social interactions I was able to have came from school. And now, past this point of no return, I'm just sitting here at home and like, well, technically I could have had some social interactions at work, which is the stupidest thing that I've ever said, because work doesn't haunt me. When I went to UK to earn some dollars, it didn't haunt me. So, I think there's a difference in school, however. Not only you have very strict authorities at school, but they don't actually pay you. So it is quite unreasonable bullshit. They promise you things, which is the Elon Musk way, which is the new influencer wave. Way end the wave. I mean, it's just a straight up scam you through promises. Oh, but you're gonna grow up and do something with something that you learned from school. Yeah, dream about it. Of how stupid it is. Because I usually only dream about stupid things. if I'm not conscious myself, if I'm not lucid. And even if I'm lucid, I'm still can only dream about stupid things because I'm not like fully lucid. It's not like I'm in the middle of nowhere, can do whatever the fuck I want. No, the dream starts like floating me around and doing weird things, even if I'm lucid. It's just the stupidest thing. The dream is in control. But I'm okay with that, because reality is in control most of the time, so my brain is just numb of all this control that's happening. You know, the best thing I can do is latch onto that computer screen and go places I want to go. So every single second of my aware life, I have to really appreciate, because my unaware life is still dreaming about some stupid ass thing that happened for 12 years of my life. Why would I dream about that? 12 years is nothing, bro. My entire childhood completely ruined because I was just, isn't it like torture? Isn't a torture simulator? Isn't everyone supposed to be just shot in the face? Whoever created school and propagates school, just shoot them in the face. But no, not really. Yeah, I mean, so school isn't bad because it forces kids to stay together. It forces a society. Exactly. And guess what they did after school? After 9 years of school, you know, they try to come together to see each other's faces. That's not what school was about, to see faces. To be traumatized and be like, oh, nostalgic. It feels so nostalgic to be together again. Let's go home now. Like, they don't want to organize anything. They don't want to talk to each other anymore. So, deep down, we're all traumatized, apparently. I didn't really thought about it that way. You know, it's probably not me. It's probably the fucking zombification of these people who are just unable to understand what the fuck is going on. What if school is actually gold, but bullshit at the same time? And it's gonna be mostly bullshit if it's bullshit. But you don't understand that you're not supposed to be traumatized after this stuff. Alright, you're supposed to recover. Alright. So it's like, maybe these guys will continue growing and think like, oh, I'm at fault now for actually overcoming my trauma. It's like, that would be fucking hilarious. And not doing what the school ordered me to do. You know, because that's kind of the whole point right now, is not to do that, because, like, the world is evolving so fast. So, we're gonna uncover so many things in this video, I can't even comprehend. I can't even comprehend this stuff. We have to talk about it so badly. And if I continue dreaming about school, will I continue to level up? Alright, this subject. Because, we need to uncover what is hidden behind these patterns that we have been conditioned to, in a way. Because if I cannot stop dreaming about it, there's still some patterns that I just haven't broken up yet. I haven't fully understood how deep it is, and how under control we are, technically. Like, my dreams are everything, man. I should be able to do crazy things that I really, really want. But technically, do I really want something out of life? Or did I just lost most of my stuff to school, and we all do? I mean, you really gotta think about it that way, too. Have we all lost crazy amount of value due to school? So the only time then that school actually provided me with something is when they did an event to dress up girls in a sexy way, and it's like, oh, I like that one. I hate everything else, but sexy girls, yeah, I'll take that one. So that was the meme of YouTube Rewinds. It's just like, well, girls looked hot, so I got attracted to that. I got something out of it, I guess. Oh, not really? Because they don't want to talk to you? They haven't actually learned any social skills whatsoever? So wait. This whole time we have been in a torture simulator, and the only value that I can squeeze out of school is like, oh, it put us together in the wrong way, so now we hate being in a society as well. So everything is bad about school. But we can overcome our traumas, okay? It's not like we have been killed at school. Alright? Because we would be dead. Oh, dead inside? Is that what's going on? I don't know, bro. I do not know. The schools should at very least, do a very simple thing. Alright? At least warn us about being reasonable. What is reasonable? Well, I can show you what is unreasonable. What are you talking about? I make 2-hour videos. This one was like 1 hour. And, well, I'm not sure what you're asking about. Really not sure. And these are very, very common questions. The what is a very common question. Yes, it's a feeling. But shut the fuck up about your feelings. You have emojis for that. And people are not reasonable, unfortunately. So so it's not me. It ain't me. You have to say, well, I'm confused. And the best thing you can do is, about what? About what you're confused. Is it my delivery style that's a little bit confusing? You probably just stumble upon this channel and can't keep up. It's a very normal thing. Alright, not be able to keep up. Because I'm a smart dude. I'm a different kind of dude. I'm here to educate people. In fact, I'm here to instill the same traumatizing experience of school. Probably the most traumatizing, but the most enticing as well. You know, at least all of us went through some kind of school. But it's so crazy that, like, hearing some of the stories, how weird school is for some people, like, scary and abusive. I mean, I wouldn't even want to go to American school if there's bullies, man. All sorts of bullies, by the way. People feel absolute freedom to just dominate or be passive. But or it's just a depiction, and then reality is just boring, right? But man, scratching this surface, this topic specifically, I mean, I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing to warn people, is be reasonable. Have schools in any way, shape, or form did that? Well, I think, well, teachers potentially are ridiculously unreasonable with the children. They claim authority immediately and automatically and get paid for it. And this is kind of the thing that is perpetual outside of school as well. Alright, what you have to understand is, like, not only people get paid for their jobs, they claim authority without having much of that authority. So, they are pieces of shit who claim authority and get paid for it, and none of that makes any sense. Alright? But technically they're working. Well, these are clowns who pretend to be working, who in actuality they're just attracted to the money itself, and everything else is a skeleton in a closet. It's not really a real thing. So that should be a traumatic experience for everyone. It's just like the only thing that I probably relate to other people, and I have to talk about it, 25% of my videos. Just like the dreams actually tell me to. So, well, that's cool. Because if you don't actually respect your dreams, I mean, what else are you going to respect? How are you not respecting the thing that allows you to do whatever the fuck you want? So if it only happens 25% of the time, well, okay. If that's your request. But it's a very reasonable request because, again, all of us went through school. Alright, and we can kind of relate to each other. That's very nice. Alright? That is very nice. So I think that's the most unreasonable thing because all we get to do is really observe kind of each other to some extent, but we don't really get to exist at school. We just get to sit down and do things and not really interact to get with each other. Alright, which would teach us quite a lot of things. But instead we have a few teachers that we kind of get to know in the bad way as well. So we get to know each other in the bad way. We get to know authorities in the bad way because we don't like them. We don't want them in our lives. And they don't actually have any authority because we don't like them. And it's very important to start there. Alright? If we don't like someone, they don't really have authority. Obviously, if you look at American left and right, they kind of weaponized the not liking of Donald Trump specifically. Saying, well, we don't like Donald Trump, so he's not our authority, right? Yes. Except there's a more common thing that we don't like. We don't like presidents in general. Alright? And we don't like voting in general. Because clearly, reminding people to vote is not something we're supposed to be doing if people liked it, to begin with. So, no problem there. I mean, just offer some popcorn. Just offer something for voting. Nothing? I voted sticker? I can punch you in the face for less money. Wait, what? Oh, it's not even monetizable? It's might as well give me I'm stupid sticker. Please fuck me in the ass. I'm also racist, so you know who's supposed to fuck me in the ass right now. That would be the sticker. I mean, honestly, is the stupidest thing. And so, potentially, school is holding us hostage and holding us back. Is holding us hostage and holding us back. So whenever I see a teacher, I beat up a teacher. Alright? I just beat them up. I don't have any respect whatsoever anymore. But in the dream world, I'm not gonna do it in the real world. That would be crazy. But at least I know where they live. I know where you guys live, Mr. Teachers. And honestly, that's one of the most powerful things. They dox themselves. So it's like, well, I'll be a teacher, but I'm gonna be a teacher for all these children out there forever. Obviously, I will be immediately banned from school. I don't want to go there. I want someone else to go with me, technically, and then I weaponize them, and then just shove them right in there. And then, first of all, weaponized by like, okay, I'm very curious what's gonna happen. I'm too controversial of a person. I'll start flipping tables. Or start making people uncomfortable. But clueless people who are unreasonable, I can use them as the bait to get the fish. You know, I can't really just stick my arm in and just grab the fish. Like, it's so dumb. I need bait. All right. So, yeah. If I wanted to attack schools, I would need someone else who can play bait. Play as bait, I mean. Very fascinating stuff. Like, we need to save as many people as possible. Because normally, like, if you can make school so unreasonable that people just can't stand it anymore. And obviously people are going to be like, the teachers are going to unite against me specifically. So I can just show my face and be like, all I need to do is, well, no. I have to stay away from trouble. Alright. I'm a little bit too reasonable, so I can't just go balls deep. Even though I would do a lot of damage if I became viral sensation. Like, ridiculous amount of damage. But that's why I need to do damage control anyways. Right? Maybe I am being unreasonable. Maybe I should go haywire. Because I never really done it, you know. The extrovert way of things. It's just I can't control it. Like, I have a personality. How do I transcend a personality? You think it's that fucking easy? Especially when I have been a hostage. As well as everyone else. Especially me, because I'm fucking poor. Alright, what I recognized is, this is a very significant thing where you are deprived of experience of life. So the best thing I can do is catch up on the internet. Very nice. Like, internet is our Lord and Savior at this point. I mean, for fuck's sake. Wow, we escaped this mental prison with internet. Except no one really escaped because no one really talks to each other. And if we don't know how to make a conversation, we don't really have society that functions properly. We have the idea of society pretty good. But, you know, that's kind of the point. Society is there, it just is very broken and needs a constant fixing. So I am very motivated to actually fix things. If we did it in an improper way, we would have society, but it wouldn't motivate me to do anything. So that would be bad. So that's me, you know, contributing, and as long as I do that, society exists. The moment I stop working, oops, everything just disappears. And I guess that's why I see school in my dreams. So it has to take over, continue where I left off, because I clearly cannot influence the world while I sleep. In my sleep, nothing really happens. You think my videos are influencing the world while I sleep? Oh, I wish. So technically, me making videos, because people are unreasonable, they can't understand a fucking single word I say. It's hilarious. Yeah. Even if you do understand my words, doesn't mean you have the capacity to actually take action. the way that I see it. So, you might be reasonable on one end and ridiculously unreasonable in most other areas. And you're not a human being to me. You don't exist in my life. I'm sorry. But people would click on this to try and understand how deep the rabbit hole goes if they start to understand how deep I go into these rabbit holes. Man, I'm not gonna let go of this nonsense. Alright, I keep trying to improve myself. And technically this is, again, an experience we all share. We all understand this. We all can relate. We all can talk about it. Very important stuff. We all can come together and talk about school a little bit. Except for Billie Eilish, because Billie Eilish is homeschooled. Fuck that little shit. Shit of a devil. Spawn of the devil. No. Well, so what about homeschooled people? Well, I think homeschooled people are probably very sweet. But they should be very, very vocal. Because they should be very vocal and uncomfortable. And if you found this video and you're homeschooled, the pressure is all on you, man, to try and understand what the fuck I'm even talking about. Holy crappies. You gotta work extra hard to try and relate. Because it's not like your parents have been the most toxic authority of all time. Well, technically, the other thing we can relate is that we have parents and we're probably not adopted. And at this point, I'm not gonna play the crippled game of like, oh, I'm blind and I have hearing loss and all that stuff. And I have a missing leg. I'm not talking about you, okay? You're just a weirdo. I'm talking about people who have parents and have been schooled. But yeah, homeschool is a weird one. It's just completely different experience, right? But you get a lot more time on your hands. But what do you do with it? Alright, just getting time is not liberation of any kind. It could completely ruin you if you don't know how to beat boredom. And normally, if you socialize enough, you start to understand how important it is. If school was not important, like, people wouldn't give a fuck. Reuniting. But they still don't really give a fuck about reuniting, but only because they're unreasonable and not because of the fact that school experience doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Of course your childhood matters, and all your memories matter. So yeah, genuinely believe that whatever dreams tell me is kind of like food for thought, food for work, a reason to wake up and do things, basically, because I still have control over this thing. But when I go into the dream world, I will not have much control. I will have things that I have been controlled by, conditioned by. And eventually I will escape and have another life, potentially. I don't know. I don't know what happens. As I shouldn't, probably. Because I don't know how it all started to begin with. I can only appreciate the process that keeps stacking on itself. People die. People get replaced. But we can see some consistency in if we want power, if we want to actually influence something, we have to be really, really mindful of how the school works and how can we infiltrate school. Like, that shit is crazy. if we truly want power and influence, we need to infiltrate schools. What I found is a very interesting thing as well. So when I explore the celebrity world, and I want to like own celebrities, because they're probably being unreasonable too. Just own a few things here and there. Yes, Pinterest is being a piece of shit, but usually it does feed me some Taylor Swift. Can I own something like that? Well, what I'm thinking, maybe I'm wrong, but you're likely to own something that you can improve. Alright? If I can truly improve something, some kind of experience, truly take over and just improve it, I get to own it too. But how does that work? Because we want to own the schools, even just a little bit. And the way to reiterate this process of ownership is the fact that I can just easily slap YouTube CEO as a title, claim that I'm YouTube CEO, and just really get away with that. Because, first of all, obviously people are being unreasonable, but even if they wake up, they have to beat my reasons of why I want to be YouTube CEO, and disprove all of them. They have to work hard to try and improve what I already established. You know, what I already claimed to be the case. They have to improve. They cannot just disprove, unfortunately. Unless that's some kind of improvement. You know, but then the question is, what is improvement? Right? So that's pretty cool. So clearly, you know, the reasons why school exists, it's an improvement of something. And you know, it keeps reiterating the process that that's how kind of the how the world works. You will be forced into doing things that you don't want to do. You're just going to be forced. All right, this thing haven't actually changed that much, and technically that's where the society actually exists as well. In those forced positions where people are forced. I myself am not really forced, but I'm pretty desperate. You know, if I want to survive, I need to find those locations and start tackling them to some extent. For me, it's like, come on, man, isn't this so? It's supposed to be so easy to just start surviving. You just get money and then you survive. Not so easy, man. Not so easy. First of all, no one's gonna be like, oh, here's my money. Nuh-uh. Doesn't matter how many factories we build and how much of that we automate. We don't get paid. None of that shit. The moment we get paid, we get liberated completely from trying to build society because we figured everything out. There's no work needed, no force needed. We don't have to enforce anything whatsoever. Because we've already built everything. And it is all natural, finally. Once we naturalize everything, and we just do things we like, and all of a sudden we just making enough progress by doing that. There's different dangers in that sort of system, but we'll find out when that happens. Alright. Potentially, the way to break down schools is to actually get the vibe. And get the mysterious, danger, alert vibes that I couldn't pick up as a kid. I was just indoctrinated into the vibe. Consumed. Because if something controls 25% of my dreams, I have been successfully consumed. Alright. And I have to recreate myself and start attacking the thing that hurt me the most. I mean, for fuck's sake. But that's the whole point. Schools exist and they successfully do something. Successfully damage children, I guess. But they cannot damage me anymore. I'm completely disconnected, like, completely. You know? They can't even bring me back to school. Alright? I have touched a concern that people have. And immediately turned off their need to go back to school. Well, there's still a need to go back to school. We gotta weaponize ourselves. And do it that way. I mean, knowing how influence works, it's incredibly damaging to have a few people act as authorities in your life. And on top of that, those few people don't really actually give you valuable things. You know, they just hold the authority. The real authority is obviously just the prison thing to keep you entertained about things that you don't want to be entertained about, so it's still boring. You know. It's crazy. I mean, the moment I go ahead and doodle, and it's somehow a deviation from the norm, I mean, that feels pretty bad, but I doodle pretty hard. It shouldn't be condemned. You know, 50-50 is the rule. 50% sanity and 50% work. Except, in this case, there is no work. You're not really working towards anything. You're not even learning patterns of learning itself. This is just pure imprisonment. Technically, like, children deserve it, but it's kind of pretty sad, and a lot of life gets wasted, and I don't know how to recover that. We gotta start somewhere, you know, we gotta start at level 1, and just kind of struggle to understand the whole thing. Think about it as well. I think current influencers are abusing the school model by recreating it. So they also claim authorities, and they just sit there ignoring all them haters, because they can't touch them. You know, haters can't touch the influencers. Influencers are always on the right. But one hater can actually ruin the entire lesson, basically. Just push off beat the teacher and all this nonsense that they're trying to do. You have to be very mindful of that shit. And potentially you can even get away with it. Ruining the lesson without really letting them figure out what the impact was when it all comes down and where it came from. You can even use other people as bait for that shit. if you can organize hatred at school, man, like, you can do a lot of shit. I would want to see children organizing, and at least trying to break down the things that outpower them the most. Try to resist that. It's the greatest war of all time. You know, we're not supposed to just let some random people take over our lives. And my life got ruined. You know, there's nothing else nowhere else to go from here. You know, if you establish something, establish the whole fucking thing. You can't even do that. So, there's really no point besides that's the way to force experience into people. Because technically we're just roaming around freely and not knowing what to do, especially now that we're stuck in little rooms that we either rent or have bought. Just little rooms, little apartments. We're just stuck there. So there's no real... we're not growing food. We're not going out into the nature and helping our parents with anything. We don't really have chores to do. So it is completely reasonable to be enslaved into this system of school, which doesn't actually pay you anything. And the skills that you acquire are also kind of garbage. Alright, like, everything's garbage. But it's like, it's still better replacement of doing absolutely nothing in your room, which I'm not doing, by the way. I am not doing that. And touching grass is not going to solve your problems. I'm trying to define what touching grass means, and it means a lot of things. Mostly, you have to interact with reality in a meaningful way that actually empowers you. That's kind of what touching grass is. But there's plenty of reality in the social media and the things that, you know, try to empower the internet, the alternate reality. So whatever people bring to the alternate reality, almost like the dream world, collective dream world, I mean, that's pretty important. I'll manage that. How about that? I can choose to do that. Yes, I do still have to interact with reality and all that stuff and care about it. That's a lot of work. But for fuck's sake, how much work do I have to do to even become relevant, man? It's so much pain, dude. Like, the first thing you have to learn in order to manage collective reality is programming. Something they do teach at schools a little bit. But, none of this is worth anything. School technically gives you awareness on some scientific shit. But when it comes to application, I mean, you gotta grind. You gotta be passionate. And school's not gonna teach you anything about that. But you must understand, again, people are doing the best they can, and the best they can consistently is garbage, obviously. And we have to improve upon what is presented to us. We cannot just say school is complete garbage and just move on with our lives. That's not how bullshit is solved. Alright, and as I've said, in order to own school, you have to improve it, start improving it, and then you start having ownership over that thing. So how can we do that? Well, there's more and more businesses to be built, basically, to use school or leverage school in a way that people think about different things when they go to school. You can reprogram. I think that's one of the most powerful things to do. Alright. The power. What is superpower? Well, we have the ability to program children to experience school differently. That's what we have power of. All right? We still have a little bit of time before they go to school of how they're going to experience the school, because that shit changes everything. The perspective changes everything, bro. I have to reiterate that. Perspective and priming changes everything that happens next. Because, like, the child will have different expectations, different wants and needs from the school. And if it actually wants something from the school, that is crazy, bro. That is fucking the most empowering thing. Because when you want something, like, you're gonna start focusing. You still have to, like, drive and know how to drive, and that's potentially a very interesting concept as well. Concept of driving exists in schools, which means appearing normal. Alright? So while you're trying to achieve something very specific within yourself, you still have to appear normal to most of the people around you. You know, teachers and schoolmates and all that shit. Alright? But you still have to get what you want, because there's only very limited amount of time you have while you're still gonna have school. Well, people are forced together into, like, a weird form of society, a very tight form. Because the moment we split, well, I realized we don't want to come together anymore. We don't want to listen to each other. We just talk shit at this point. Cats. Cats. We can all relate to cats, am I right? Yeah, murdering cats. That's what I can relate to. They eat my food, bro! They eat my food. I want food in order to survive. Alright, that's also something that I need. They eat food. It's unacceptable. You can eat grass if you want. Fuck that shit. I don't want to touch grass. I want it all to be eaten. Alright? I can touch animals then. I don't have to touch grass directly. Alright? And think about, oh, maybe it's edible every single time I touch it, man. Fuck this shit, bro. This is what we have. We have brain-dead fucking people who think they have figured out how to survive, but then I just press a button, World War III happens, and oh, oops. You know, the oh, oops happens. I can just press the fucking button a few times. Create a World War III button. You know, all that shit. I can create it right now. I'm too scared to do it, because I still have titsy-bitsy of respect for humanity. Titsy-bitsy. Maybe they will understand, maybe they will watch this video out of all the videos that I've made. You know, that would be weird if it happened, but I would appreciate the enthusiasm to solve the biggest problem, like where to get power, you know. Maybe at least Andrew Tate is gonna watch this, because he really wants power. So he's gonna watch that from prison in telepathic ways. He's gonna watch this video anyways. School is pretty influential because of the girls and not much else. But it's the common theme of me pressing the buttons. What else am I pressing? I'm just pressing boobies to get milkies. And it's not working. But maybe if I press harder, and I have to press different buttons, and then I get more. Technically this is milk, but milk money. But I still have to claim the milk somehow. Convince people that this is real money. I can do it, guys. I can figure that one out. Somehow. Just you wait. Now I can see, because I don't like this. This shit, plus my avatar, makes this thing so uncanny. There's actually one cool way to fix it. Is to stack differently. Alright. Stack from, like, here. But it's already said and done. And we're screwed. There is so much to learn in life. You can't escape the process of learning. I mean, for sure. And everyone knows that. You can't escape the process and the fun of learning. You can damage the fun, you can damage the process, you can become a pretty big asshole about it. But it's so important to appreciate learning, because eventually that's the only thing that allows you to take control over reality. I mean, my brain can take over reality very easily, but besides that, I don't really have that many superpowers, to be honest. I need to, embrace the superpower of hating people without getting in trouble. That is my superpower, which I still have to learn how to use. Alright? Hate people really, really hard. But they will still respect me. That would be fascinating. Really? Really, Discord? 9 minutes? I should set up a timer where 8 minutes and I have to say something. That's another way to avoid all these gaps, but I have a better solution already, so fuck you, Discord. Alright, fuck you. I should be able to control this stuff from a control panel. These small variables mean everything to me, man. But, it doesn't mean as much to people who invented this whole thing. They're just bridging the gap from something that never really happened, Discord never really existed, into, well, now it exists, but in a shitty form. So, but it's in between of perfection and nothingness. So we get a broken mess most of the time. But Discord is actually above average in terms of way above average. I live on Discord right now. I mean, for fuck's sake. Whoever made it, I must shake your hand. I just have to. This is absolute insanity. I sit here and I pump out stuff. Obviously, I could use like a bigger font and all that stuff. Maybe while I type in. But that's for me to figure out, alright, with my button thing. Now that I started actually coding shit here, there's so many things I can actually do. It's mind-blowing to some extent. And usually you have to collect the things you want to do and break through. You can't just slowly iterate until you get there either. So there's when it comes to actually achieving things, you have to use every strategy available to you, because you have to keep changing strategies because the problems are constantly different. So it's so crazy. Learning just, I'm addicted to that shit. Because I figure, alright, the reason I'm addicted to learning, I figured out how to do it. Alright. That is the real reason. Alright. You have to take control over your life a little bit. Have your things that you grow. Again. Care about building businesses in the future. Care about connecting yourself to the world and helping others. Not kindness. Kindness has nothing to do with anything. Alright? You have to be useful. Alright? In order to survive and connect to people, and it's just a nice thing to do. Kindness is such a fucking throwaway word that people have within their hearts. People should be kind. You only hear that on TikTok. I follow a special account that does this stupid kindness shit where they give away $1,000 or $500. some random person. And, what do you want to say to the world? People should be kind, 'cause I really liked it. Yes, baby, shut the fuck up. You liked it, then say so. Don't say it's a fucking principle to be kind. It's fucking disgusting, bro. I probably don't have the word kind in the principle book. Alright, so we have rule book. Only have to do kind. So kind in rule book. I mean, I will probably... Oh, shit, be kind. And type in the chat the answer of what is love. So, I actually used be kind in order to force an interaction, you know. So I did it in a very, very sarcastic way, and this is from a long time ago. 2020, guys. This is a long time ago. To prove that you're not a bot, robot, or anti-robot, destruction device great. This is hilarious, bro. I need to do the funny rule book, the hilarious rule book. I mean, for fuck's... Oh my god, this is fucking crazy. What have I done, man? Can I even survive this if I read again? To prove... No. Be kind and type in the chat the answer of what is love. To prove that you're not a bot, robot, or... Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do this shit, bro. I can't do this, man. Oh my god. You should be very concerned if you cannot relate and laugh. I mean, for fuck's sake. Because this is crazy. Because I'm a smart person. And I stabbed myself all. Be kind and what is love? To prove that you're not a bot, robot. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going, bro? Or anti-robot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Well, bot, robot. Prove me, guys. Or anti-robot, destruction device created by artificial enhanced human. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy Jesus, man! No. Let's extract this. This doesn't belong here, dude. This fucking candy section. This has destroyed my life. Oh my god. What is this insanity, bro? What is this insanity? Double hearts, man. Double hearts. So funny that it's... Oh my god. It's insane. Oh. Proof, guys. You're not anti-robot destruction device created by artificially enhanced human being babies. Oh my god. Oh. Artificial... What is this of me? That's the whole point. It means too many things. You can't even understand it anymore. So many things are being meant. And that is the actual learning process. Like, it's so crazy that, you know, schools took learning and made it not fun, fascinating. So we have to take back our powers, basically, as parents, we need to prime our children to prepare ourselves to strike back. A little bit, alright? Not question the color of Bugatti because that's too specific. Only Andrew Tate would say that. We have to actually, well, as parents, we have plenty of time to at least prime the child. And we're not supposed to focus on the school stuff. They should do their homework by all means necessary to appear normal, you know, to not get ridiculously bad grades. But most importantly, once the child is excited to do the homework for that particular reason, that they will appear normal and they will be allowed to do some extra things to squeeze extra value out of school, which is normally, because again, there's so much force going on, you can actually, claim a lot of power out of this stuff. So, I feel nice empowering children, alright? It's what we're supposed to do in society, by all means, because they will come back and they will empower us when we're old, right? I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure it's pretty cute stuff. That's the influencer dream, is to actually grow old and still be relevant to some people. Still have fans, like let hardcore fans survive and actually create relationships with them, and that's what's gonna, unite me in this celebrity world. They will grow old and desperate for actual connection with the people who really, really care. Not because they're hot or something, but, celebrities are right now the only thing that I can actually connect to. I'm really that desperate, and it's the only thing. I mean, I'm stuck. I don't even have good parents, dude. I got nothing. No friends, no parents, nothing, bro. I'm in the middle of a fucking desert. Maybe if you live in America, you have a bunch of TikTokers you can approach and bully. Right now, I don't got none of that shit either in here, okay? So, you guys are lucky, very likely. And I have to, well, suck on my thumb. No. I'll buy celebrities when they're cheap. Again, when they're problematic when they get cancelled. I will root for that to happen. Alright, let's cancel Taylor Swift. We have to be swift about it because she's fucking oldest person in the Powerpuff Girl team. We gotta cancel her first. And she's actually willing to be political openly, almost. So we're definitely gonna start there. But, yeah. Welcome to the second hour. Now I have to slow down a little bit and do the highlight thing. So I kind of express myself for the most part. The basics is we're dealing with authorities that are outpowering us, right? And we have to strike back. And now that we have survived school experience, we can't just let it slide. Alright? If it's attacking my dreams, it has consumed us. It has traumatized us. It is a very serious problem we have to tackle. Alright? And I'm probably not the only one suffering from this nonsense. Honestly, it's probably... It can be probably called a disease at this point. Having dreams about school, are you that fucking disgusting of a person? Please help me. Call the doctor. I dream about school, guys. Well, technically I would need a therapist, but I'm pretty good at being a therapist. And I don't want to pay anyone anything whatsoever. The world is such a nasty place, man. And I think that's a good place to go when it comes just to see the more parallels between the world and what the school gives us. And, I mean, but still, like, you look back, like, I could have used school in so many ways, right? It's not that easy. Alright? It is unfortunately not that easy. But yeah, you do have a little bit of limited time when you still have some kind of importance and influence on all the other children in the school. Because, uh, you're still forced in that environment, and people still are quite kind of curious about each other, you know. That's important too. There's a lot of stuff like it. It's very interesting. If you go out into the real world, you also encounter a bunch of communities. Is that helpful all of a sudden? There's a lot of communities like science community, which is very related to school, right? That is absolute trash, so that's cool. There's GigaChat community, which is correlated with the social status that you can get in schools. Alright, that's interesting. Because there's obviously a hierarchy of people who take some pride of taking over the school in a way, becoming popular or whatever. Or get drained if they become a reject. I don't know. So, GigaChat community, obviously. We have the entire cake on our fingertips. Obviously, the sexuality community, the people who make relationships a little bit too early and start kissing each other. And it's like, I wish I had that. I wish I was a part of any of this stuff. And, well, I was a gamer. I was a toxic waste. Alright. But it's still a community, and I still was able to kind of relate to other people who did the same thing. And technically, I'm not a reject in that sense. Nerd? Demonic nerd, maybe. It's a very different thing. So I did my thing. I was a gamer. Alright, and you should be proud for being in a toxic community. Isn't that cool? Toxicity aligns at least. Isn't that powerful? But, you know, in order to transcend where I came from, you still have to belong somewhere. These communities have power and influence. You have to have a community. Especially, it makes sense to have a toxic community or be a part of a toxic community in a toxic environment that is school, right? You're fighting fire with fire, as always. Very good stuff. So yeah, in order to transcend that toxic shit that I started with, which is being a gamer, but, you know, children start with something and it seems childish and not important, but you can transcend that into something that is important, which is learning programming, learning that, well, games didn't really satisfy me too much, so I took control over that stuff. And programming is still ridiculously important if you know how to do it properly. So you have to pick the right games. And right now, Minecraft is technically, you know, a very, very good thing to pick up. And people, you know, resonate with that. The idea that they have to create their own gaming experience. They have to take over the world. But I would argue my little button game is going to be way better than Minecraft. It already is to me, but eventually it's going to start beating up Minecraft out of other people's hands. It's like, stop playing that shit. Press some buttons, little shit. That's what we also have to do. I mean, we have to infiltrate schools just with the power of YouTube, you know. Our target should always be schools. Because those are the people who are willing to actually still be reasonable. Why? This is very interesting. Alright. Children can still learn to be reasonable. Because they can test it. Alright? Once you go out into the real world and learn how to survive, you just hold on to that thing and there's not much room for improvement anymore. You just improve that one thing, but, well, there's no room for learning anymore. Learning different things. You just have to focus and do a fucking goddamn job. You got enslaved. Congratulations. Let's applaud. I need applause. I won't be able to hear them, though. You got enslaved. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. So, obviously, innocent people who have not yet been enslaved, they have plenty of time to test whether something works or not in their social little environment. There's still plenty of time for them. Alright, my life got completely ruined, and I can only dream about it. And honestly, I'll take that dream, and I will appreciate it, I will hug it, you know. I will learn what works and what doesn't, and probably I do still a lot of things that don't work, but fuck you, little piece of shit. I'll attack Mark Passio, and it will work. I just have to punch him hard enough, alright? And then now, by finding out what is bullshit, we can find out ways to punch him in the face. Anyone who has followers, we gotta punch them. Because this insight alone allows us to, you know, really make them uncomfortable, really make them powerless, and activate childhood traumas that they have. Alright? Just this insight alone. Level 1, school is bullshit, allows us to manipulate influencers. Absolutely fantastic. Also, finally, the edited little thing is not gonna bother me anymore. And I'll even squeeze the gaps between the numbers. That's for the future. Right now I'm kind of forced to do this. Hopefully it works out. Alright. I love where this is going. Yeah, I mean, I love talking about bullshit because, like, there's a lot to unpack. This is just packages of packages, man. Packaging of packaging. Still, even if you escape school, if you're enslaved, you still got time to unlearn enslavement, learn from the children who are going to school how to socialize, and you can unentangle yourself, build a business. Building a business is the best way to escape enslavement, obviously, is learning. Or, before you build a business, even sparkling business ideas and selling those business ideas to people who are willing to make business out of them. Inspiring people or giving people promises. It's still a pre-business business building, which is kind of what I'm doing, but for social creatures, it should be a lot more powerful to have something like this. I will allow you guys. You can steal my shit. You can claim as it's your own as long as you're escaping the Matrix enslavement. Alright, and I will never call it the Matrix, really, but you get the idea. You get what I'm talking about. Alright. So, you can steal my content As long as it helps you escape whoever wastes your time. Alright, if my content cannot actually help you stop wasting your fucking time, maybe you can just steal it and re-upload something. Turn it into shorts. I don't give a fuck, bro. If I'm helping someone, that is exactly what was intended to begin with. Alright? So I don't care if there's a little bit of guilty pleasure that someone is gonna have before they gonna get helped. Alright? Steal everything. Alright? My influence tracker can be stolen, everything. Except for, don't fucking steal the way I program things, for fuck's sake, man. If there's a way to access my source code, like, fuck off, dude. Alright? I feel uncomfortable with that one. Something I don't want to share with people. Despite, it's pretty solid now way to... the least ugliest part is this. The command center. The juiciest part. Everything else is ass. Anyways. Yeah, the command center is everything, man. Normally, the programming languages that people use don't really allow for command centers. Immediate command centers, you have to actually build them. It's kind of like the next level of programming. You have to be able to simplify code for yourself, and that's kind of what's happening here, right? So if I want to summon a button, I can summon a button of any kind, any name, and create a button with a special name. And why do I need buttons? Well, I need to be connected with people that I care about. Everything has reason, everything is perfectly designed, and you cannot fucking do anything about it anymore. It's too late. So steal it instead. Alright. There's a perfectly good apple, and I have too many of them anyways. You can't steal the actual thing, you can only steal copies. So how can I possibly be mad? You know? It's, you know... You should never feel bad stealing something that will be rotten and thrown away. You know, if something is trash, it is trash, and you have to talk your way through it. But it is still a miserable experience trying to get the thing you want. I don't know, bro. I can only see things. Acting is a completely different genre. For me. It's outside of my bubble, man. I like my bubble wrap, please. Pop, pop, pop. I like popping people's minds, but taking action. I don't know where to go and what to do, bro. I'm stuck without opportunities. People don't even want to talk to me. I mean, for fuck's sake. People don't even click on my videos and appreciate them fully. And subscribe just to hold on to me. None of that shit is happening, man. And if I don't upload every day a good video, relatable to the entire world, my views also drop significantly. Now I have to increase ignorance. Is it my ignorance? Well, I would be happy manipulating people, but like, for fuck's sake, man. Technically, I could be manipulating myself by saying that manipulation is manipulation and not the means to survive. You know, and life is very happy when you survive and stuff. The problem is, you still need to, like, sanity is one of the most expensive things to lose. And if you manipulate someone, you lose sanity really, really fast. So fucking goddamn fast. I mean, holy shit. And I can barely remain sane as it is. Alright? There's manipulations thrown everywhere else, so not only you lose your sanity, but mostly because other people lose sanity around you. It's just crazy. The fastest way to lose sanity is by trying to manipulate other people. You can manipulate yourself all you fucking want, and that's how you gain sanity, manipulating yourself. But you will lose very quickly. So in a story... Claim sanity, what about sanity? Sanity, stop reaching. If you lose opportunities, you lose all your sanity eventually too. Alright? Are we... Yeah, this is... Here's how to lose all sanity in the world. Blind yourself and avoid all darkness. Alright, I knew I said something familiar even twice, apparently. So we have to decode this. This is quite fascinating. If you lose opportunities, let me think. This is too complicated. Also, fuck off. Fuck off, please! What? Holy shit. Just pooped on my face just like that. Yeah, I mean, the moment you're gonna lose sanity is the moment you're enslaved. But the moment you're successfully enslaved, if you're manipulating other people, right? Because most of the time people are working in toxic companies doing shady shit that they don't even know about. Oh man, like 50% of the companies are doing shady fucking cancerous shit. They already evolved into a monster that sucks in money. Because the more you get addicted to money, you get corrupted eventually, right? You get too much of something, you get corrupted. It's fucking crazy, bro. So, that's the way you lose sanity for sure. Is you enslave yourself, you lose sanity. You can't do anything in life. You have only one way to go. You lose sanity, you can't explore anymore. I mean, you're still staring at a blank wall with whatever one picture you have, you know, that still makes you relatable. Because that picture has all the meaning and everything else is fucking crap. So, oh, I have a cat in my house and it has all the meaning. Make TikToks about it. Let's laugh at how stupid you fucking are. Oh my god. And destroying all sanity in the rest of the world is, well, not letting people to actually learn anything about darkness. Alright? And everything that feels bad, you must run. You must run and hide. Alright? And that way darkness will never catch you. I think that's probably the most damaging thing you can say. I don't know. Still a confusing statement at the moment. The annoying part, and it's really annoying, you know. So after people realized I'm being reasonable, the other reasonable thing to do, obviously, is to run from me, run as fast as they can, obviously. And then leave me with bad feelings and all that crap. And it's, where the fuck are you gonna go, though? This is the place. You can't run away from this shit. Alright? So, I guess the most reasonable thing to do is try to run away from me because I'm reasonable. I can't wrap my head around this one, but it was quite a trippy feeling to think like, oh, I have to chase them now. Because, clearly they have stolen things from humanity and I have to fucking do the get over here thing. Don't worry about it. My get over here is gonna be able to reach straight into your brain and just pull you through the screen, man. Just straight up, bro. And all I will take is just the brain to be like, okay, where are you hiding now? Then, once I have your brain, then we're gonna start hunting you down. No problem. No problem. Once I have your brain, we can start the hunt. The hunt is on, because I will know exactly where you are. We're gonna locate where you are, where your most precious things are. Alright, then we're gonna meet each other. We're gonna start bouncing around and really ripping each other apart, man, for the things that you very much love and appreciate, but I'm taking them. When that starts happening, yeah, I'm sure you can have a representation, a teaser of a brain that you have on social media. Teaser. But you have to give me a little bit more than that. You gotta do a conversation. How will you survive that one without me stealing your brain? And still just gonna be a next level teaser. The third level teaser is obviously me establishing a e-business of stealing people's brains and using them to locate treasures. Hidden treasures. You have treasures. Give me that. But I'm probably not gonna go as far. I just want to survive right now. I'm not that greedy. Am I gonna become greedy? Will I reach tier 3? Interesting. Very interesting, I say. TikTok thinks they can graduate the entire human population from e-girls. Well, that's not gonna happen. Have to build girl talk. Oh, shit. It does feel like, whoever actually uses social media properly to empower their lives has graduated life. So, essentially, once you learn programming and apply it somewhere, once you transcend the toxic community, that's cool. What about this rainbow Nazi? I don't know. How do you transcend this? How do you transcend any of this stuff? Well, technically we see examples all the time. Anyone who uses social media. But we don't see the shadow realm, where anyone can do that, basically. But not really. It's a tough one. Yeah. Obviously, graduating school is the most complicated thing, simply because, how do you do that properly? How do you, obviously, alright, you define how to graduate from school, but you must be proud in the end, alright? There has to be still a very common condition that everyone shares. So you have to be ridiculously proud of graduating school? Maybe. Maybe we have to still make another video about school and try to actually graduate as many people as possible. Or the next time I talk about school is bullshit. So it's something we have to look into. Now, probably the funny part is you don't actually graduate from school immediately after the school ends. You graduate the school after it ends, and then 10 years later. Just like Ariana still got attached into this, or sucked into this victorious 10-year anniversary. And actually, I would be interested in just rewatching that reunion video and stuff like that. I mean, this is some crazy shit. Because Victorious is such a powerful series that I've, like, it's also a school series as well, but they're learning acting specifically. So it's kind of meta, man. It's quite a meta experience, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Yeah, so you have to rethink all this stuff. These little shits have 1 year to graduate. I guess we're not done yet with the graduation still, and I'm yet to make the video. And potentially you graduate after you claim a title of who are you, basically, in society. What are you trying to do? I already did that, but maybe I can round myself up, you know, go outside and touch some real fucking grass with that. Just do a special kind of graduation event. Like the real that is so cool. Alright. And after all said and done, perhaps a graduation event is still waiting to happen. And honestly, it is the last year when it makes sense to do, and it's like, what? What? How is this? How is everything so fucking aligned with itself? But that's kind of what happens. You're not just proud of yourself artificially, like, the entire life just revolves around you getting what you need to graduate. That one condition is that you claim a title and you're very, very proud of where you're gonna go next in life. And so you're gonna start slowly detaching yourself from all those nightmares I had. Which is a nightmare of itself, to detach from something that potentially is very valuable and you're not supposed to forget too easily. Which is, again, why I would have recurring dreams of that shit. Especially when, you know, like, I have to fully experience all the people that I have been with, basically. I have interacted with, to some extent. You know, I have to squeeze value in this case, potentially. So, it makes sense. But that's a deep dive, man. Holy shit. Maybe that's an overtime episode, but about my class and then school as a whole. And that's pretty crazy. I have to put it on a list of things to do. Maybe not immediate, though. Immediate sounds pretty bad. We done Ludwig. Overtime. So, class and school. Like, really deep dive. It's crazy shit. Alright. I want to type in school song. I want to see what happens. Don't stay in school. Yeah. Our consciences is pretty bad if this guy is still up here. Because we smashed this guy. You're not uploading videos, my friend. We smash. Yeah, I guess everyone's suffering now. But that's not the point of school, though. Where are you gonna go after the cage? What are you gonna do? Do you have a title? Without a title, you cannot go anywhere, bro. Without a title, dream job, with full knowledge about it, you can't do shit in reality. Alright, you can't do shit, bro. You can't even go to the toilet and poopers without getting stabbed in the face. Because it's the wrong toilet and you should have paid €2 for that. You don't have euros? Well, you got stabbed. Congratulations. So stay in your goddamn fucking cages. I need to make my own song. I have to outcompete this fucking garbage. Alright. For 8 years. We can do better than that, can we? We're not supposed to, you know, feel really bad about school. But that's the best thing we could have done so far. We can outpower it, alright? I'm sure we can do better than this. Yeah, you must understand that it's actually quite a luxury to be able to even be able to use social media, because it's not old school anyways. You know? Media is a luxury for really privileged few who can use it properly. Alright. The transcendent and graduated. We can kind of force graduation onto people, but it doesn't work that way. So I did my thing. I graduated pretty well if I can control YouTube, am I right? The destiny of YouTube is in my hands. Poopies. Anyways, where do we go from here then? It's quite a big deal. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I am crafting the thumbnail and I can talk about it a little bit. So, I think it's a pretty solid statement, right? There's nothing to be happy about, because you're going to be faced with the crushing reality, and you have to use the school experiences to somehow solidify some kind of coherent escape. Alright, so potentially if the school dreams come back, I have to just declare to everyone I'm YouTube CEO, and we're gonna watch some YouTubes. And fuck the teacher. That's right. But have you really graduated from school yet? Definitely green. This is more of a brutal thing. So, brutality, fatality, boys. But have you claimed a title? Something to do in life after you survived? Or have you been enslaved is the question. The big-ass question. God fucking... What is happening right now with this stupid shit? Why is it taking the secondary color? Why are you so dumb? GIMP is such a piece of shit all of a sudden. Let me restart GIMP. But I can. I have to finish. Come on, bro. That is so disturbing. I literally don't know what happened. Oh, The color wheel disappeared. Literally. You okay, it's here. I can only pick the secondary color. I can't show it to you guys, but like, so stupid. I clicked X a bunch. Or hold X and now it works again. Like, what the fuck, man? Jimp, you piece of shit. Are you serious? Is this good enough, though? See, I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm not gonna fucking, wash, 12 to 16 years of your life down the drain and see that there's nothing valuable to school whatsoever. It's pure bullshit. Within every bullshit, there's a solution to, like, flip everything around and actually find valuable things. So we can probably do that too, eventually. It's just, the first look, obviously, it's, it kind of hurts me to see, like, the obvious thing that everyone already feels. I like the twisted stuff, but it is very twisted. Alright? Schools are bullshit, but graduation and escaping bullshit, that's not bullshit whatsoever. Alright? Trying to solve this and escape schools. And knowing that, you know, it's still, still quite a process. You have to be able to survive this insanity. And being clueless kind of helped me, but also put me in a lower consciousness and didn't help me appreciate what was going on. But clueless is fine. Clueless, sometimes is fine to not have knowledge. Because you don't worry about most of the things, because the things that you worry about, they turn into monsters very quickly, and as the dark side of knowledge is fucking annoying. So it is quite a question. Since I know I graduated, I'm defining the whole fucking thing. The question is how many people graduated otherwise. You know, it's quite something to look at. It is interesting, isn't it? I would love to, yeah, it's the next thing to do, but like, it's quite fascinating that, am I the only one from my class, or maybe the entire unit of 4 classes? Am I like the only one? Should I be that fucking proud? Obviously I'm the best one. No doubts about it. Try and out-compete me and you're gonna get slaughtered. But, I mean, technically my classmates still have plenty of good chances. They probably hold weapons against me. Or brewing those weapons, I don't know. But they just left. And I don't think they're willing to come back, and it's like, if they don't come back, this is really bad for them. Like, wasting opportunities, that's again, as I've said, if you lose opportunities, you lose all your sanity. Opportunities is the only thing you have to maintain your sanity. Because whenever you run out of sanity, you run out of things to do, technically. And then you have to grab opportunities. So you have to maintain opportunities too, to not let them go and get wasted. I could have just left them too, and I have all the rights to do so. You know, honestly. But I'm not willing to, like, give up the opportunity, because it gives me sanity. I mean, I probably will need it to where the next level is, and can I graduate from that next level is quite a big question. I mean, it's a scary fucking level, I'm telling you that much. So, don't waste opportunities, because you will need sanity afterwards. And technically everyone needs sanity, but like, if the only thing you follow are a bunch of feelings, I mean, cool, my friend. Cool. Because I don't give a fuck about your feelings, no. And once you start realizing that, but most people want to remain ignorant and not realize that we just don't give a fuck about each other's feelings. I'm sorry, bro. We don't care. Most people are too scared to realize that we don't care about feelings. Too scared? This is the first thing you should learn about reality, man. That's why I say reasonable. Alright, when I said reasonable, all the way back, really the first word that I highlighted, I mean, it's about transcending feelings. Alright? Going beyond that experience and attachment and all these things that kind of will continue traumatizing you if you can't control it. The school will come back, and apparently I still can't really control it yet. Because, again, I would have gotten rid of the dream, but we'll see how the progress works. Alright. 25% is a rough estimate. I should probably start tracking my dreams quite a bit of what the content is inside, and we'll see, right? It's quite an important thing. I'll probably just dump it in a sweet spot, we'll see. At this point, it's quite important journal part, so I have to dump it there. Create a new type of candy. Let's think about it. Binchilin. Ice cream. Ice cream, you scream. I like the colored ice cream. Alright. Let's add that into the mix. The system got glitched out. What? Oh. I glitched out. That's so funny. Double. Be kind. I think we double it and give it to the same person, which is me. How is this possible, bro? How did I do that? Yeah, despite me graduating and getting a very good title and everything, I have work to do, though, to maintain this title. It's absolute insanity. And if I do a good job, maybe I establish a business and all that stuff. That's nice. I'm probably gonna get paid in candy. In insights. Wow. How fucking useful is that? Anyways, so that's cool. Yeah. People have leverage over me and they don't understand that. Because they don't try things. And if you don't try things, you don't understand what opportunities are. Opportunity is the only escape out of fucking school, is chasing opportunities. Alright? And the greatest opportunity is that you can be whoever you want and do whatever you want. It's like, that's the opportunity. This, the fucking golden word of how to escape all of this nonsense. Golden word to learn and use in memes is opportunity. Basically, everything is possible, so fucking figure it out. Alright? How to do those crazy things that are in fact possible. But yeah, really cool stuff, man. Taking over school just like that. Oh man. I'm very satisfied. it is kind of a meme, because, like, surviving school and wasting time. You must understand, like, reality doesn't work that way. You die pretty easily, at least inside. But then, you know, you graduate and you realize if you're dead or not, based on whether you graduated or not. So that's fine, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really control human beings, but you can help them out. And I have to help as many as possible. Potentially, I can even improve the title beyond what I currently have, which is insane. The fucking ruler of the universe I could be. But, yeah, that is too much work, man. The ruler of reality, the definer of reality, is the actual title I want right now. And honestly, all that shit is ridiculously possible, and it's probably gonna hurt me not to try and get something like that. Alright, I still have one more year, I believe. The ruler of reality. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, I'll have to sniff out the most powerful and influential social media accounts and whatever titles people are trying to claim here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I could still be wrong on a few things, but honestly, I'm the most correct person I know, so like, what? Who am I gonna ask whether I'm wrong or not? You know, how am I gonna correct myself? It's impossible. So dumb. But that's what I've learned about social media. I mean, until people learn how to fucking talk, yes, I am the most correct person you will ever fucking meet. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next bullshit. There's so much bullshit. Oh my god. So much misunderstanding and illusion to break. I am the school now. I mean, I am the school, so what else the fuck do you want? Do you want to know? You have to graduate me now. And the way you graduate me is, well, by leaving a comment and subscribing at very least. Until you are able to make your first comment. So, do your thingy. Alright. But fully graduate, and maybe leave a comment on under every single video that I make. At least be able to react to my goddamn thumbnail. That much. That's cool. Then you technically graduate my shit. And I can with more ease identify your title a little easier if you consistently put reactions to everything I do. I can actually identify who you are and help you claim your title. So here you go. Alright. Obviously the last few minutes I have to promote myself. Promo no homo. See you guys next time. I'm done with that shit. I should... Well, school is gonna graduate to 10,000 the moment I do the graduation video. Or overtime video. Maybe we should do it soon enough when it starts hitting like the 9,000. Yeah, interesting stuff. Oh my god. I'm trying to be flexible and everything. But trying is so fucking golden. Just grabbing this is a great opportunity, man. Mastering the button clicking, the number crunching. So satisfying. You gotta grab life as an opportunity, everything. Oh, man. What a word, man. What a fucking word. That's the real sponsor of the video. Alright. See you guys next time.